Hello, welcome to your weekly Pick Your Crystal reading here at Soulprint. Thank you very, very much for being here. This is for the week of October 13th through the 19th. All right, so today we're going with green. This is a rose quartz, pink. And this one it's such a pretty stone. Um, I'm calling it blue, although it's sort of lavender and there's sort of some, sort of brown markings in it and some gray, but you know, it's a lovely crystal, but we're going with blue. I'm keeping things simple here. So take a moment. You may find that one, two, or all three crystals are calling out for you. Um, and take a moment and let's get started. All righty. Here we go. The world. Three of Swords, Strength, Ace of Swords. All right. So, generally speaking, the World card represents an ending, so there is a new beginning. Because it is followed by the Three of Swords here, I want to say that it feels like there was some heartbreak involved here, perhaps some quarreling, separation, sort of the ending, of a relationship. And not all relationships have to be, romantic. It could be about a business relationship or a friendship. But it definitely feels like there was sort of a loss or a disappointment, and it's bringing you to a place where you're recognizing that there is an ending. And, one of the worst things that we can do to ourselves is try to hold on to something whose time has passed. We have gained whatever wisdom there was to be gained from the experience. But when it's time to move forward, the biggest kindness we can do for ourselves is to allow ourselves to move forward. The strength card sitting here is telling me that whether you know it or not, you are stronger than you realize. You are able to move through this sadness, this ending, to a place where, frankly, you're kind of surprised at how strong you are. You're surprised at how well you are able to actually move through this sadness or this disappointment. The Ace of Swords sitting here is I really like it because ultimately the Ace of Swords talks about, triumph over adversity. It talks about inner strength, it talks about mental clarity. Um, and because it's a sword, it can also talk about legal documentation, contracts, that kind of thing. So there is this the energy is really interesting here, right? Because the first two cards, there's sort of like a sadness connected to them. It's a hard thing when something or someone has been a part of our life for a while, and then for whatever reason, that relationship ends. It's painful. But the last two cards are talking about not only recognizing your own strength, recognizing you have the ability to move past and beyond um, this hurt. And instead of focusing on the ending that the world brings, you're being asked to focus on the beginning that the world brings, because the world card represents an ending for a new beginning. And so you're being asked to focus on the new that comes as a result of And again, the Ace of Swords is just reminding you that, you have the strength. You can get through this. You can persevere. You can triumph. And truly, what's better than that? All right. And it's pink rose quartz. Seven of Cups, Hangman, Six of Cups, Six of Pentacles. Okay. So the Seven of Cups is often about having too many choices, and the multiple choices can create confusion, sometimes even delusion. It is about not having clarity about what you want to choose, how you want to move forward, where you want to focus that choice and those energies. The Hanging Man is talking about the need to look at things from a different perspective so that you are then able to find some clarity in terms of the decisions or the choices that you're making. It The Hangman also brings another message, which is about sort of slowing down, um, letting some time pass so there is some clarity, not rushing ahead. And when we have a lot of choices like this, sometimes we just feel like anxious, and that we have to make a decision, have to move forward, you have to get this done. But that's just our anxiety talking, okay? And so it's important that this is like take a breath. This is step back. This is look at things from a different perspective. The Six of Cups following this is really interesting because the Six of Cups I always say it's like about a time before, right? So it is about memories. It is about people from your past. It is about emotional connections from your past, which makes me wonder if the Six of Cups sitting here is not offering you some guidance. Now, perhaps that guidance is going to come in the form of a memory, and just remembering whatever brings you sort of an answer or an insight or a feeling of clarity and the ability to move forward. Perhaps it is literally somebody from your past who is coming forward and is able to help you look at things from a slightly different perspective so you're able to move forward in a way that is to your best benefit. And the Six of Pentacles, the Six of Pentacles is about um, successful gains. It's about giving gifts. It's about receiving gifts. It's about a balance. Sometimes it's viewed as sort of the quid pro quo card. Sometimes it's viewed as a charity card. But when you get right down to it, it really talks about um, something that is gained, whether you are sharing or you are receiving. It is about balancing, perhaps a balancing of resources, or being able to allocate that which is material and tangible and physical in a way that you had not thought about or expected. So they're an interesting grouping of cards because they really are talking about kind of slowing down, not making rash decisions, allowing people, memories, thoughts from the past to come forward and see if they don't offer you some guidance or direction. and recognizing that ultimately that which needs to be balanced will be balanced. And whether that means that you are giving or receiving, um, whatever this the tangible things, whether it's a money, an asset, whatever it is, um, that allows you to find that balance and move forward kind of with a sense of confidence. It feels like that right now you don't have. Right now, it feels like you're more in a state of just confusion. Sometimes when I see the Seven of Cups card, I can't help thinking about like going to a smorgasbord, right? And there's like all of these choices. And if we're disciplined, we'll sort of try to create a bit of a balanced meal. But sometimes we just decide that we need to have a little of this and a taste of that and a smidgen of that. And before we know it, we have this heaping plate full of food and nothing kind of goes with the next thing, right? Like you have all of these like amazing different taste experiences, but they're not blending. Um, and so sometimes when I'm looking at that Seven of Cups, it's like sometimes we all just need to step back, look at all of the options, and truly see what will actually work for us and what is in our highest and best interest and benefit. Okay. And this fascinating and interesting blue. Here we go. The Three of Wands, the Queen of Pentacles, the Ace of Wands, and the Ten of Pentacles. Alrighty. Goodness. Okay, so the Three of Wands talks about kind of completing the beginning stage of something. It often is also viewed as a card of sort of waiting for your ship to come in. It's about progress. It's about progress moving forward, but it is not about the completion of something. It is about something that you are working with, moving through, currently experiencing. The Queen of Pentacles is bringing you a message of recognizing your worth, recognizing, your value, and knowing that, frankly, you are capable, you are practical, and you can make the very best decisions and choices moving forward. The Ace of Wands is bringing you a new venture. It's bringing you some sort of a new beginning. Um, it may very well be talking about a new beginning that comes through communications or documentation. Ten of Pentacles is about family abundance. It can be about inheritances. It can be about receiving gifts, sometimes unexpected gifts. Um, it is about feeling of financial security. It is about feeling safe. And so these cards are interesting because they're talking about recognizing that you are moving forward through a process and that you have the skills and the ability to be able to do that. The resources are there to reach out, to take this new beginning, this new start, and recognizing that communication is always going to be an important part of moving this forward. And the Ten of Pentacles is letting you know that there is that sense of financial security and abundance that you are looking for. And that the previous three cards are letting you know that these are sort of the steps and the stages that you're going to move through as you work towards this new beginning and this sense of abundance and security. So this is not about rushing ahead. This is about looking at where you are at, knowing that there may very well be some pause or waiting for things to balance, that ship to come in. But you have started that journey. And in many ways, that's the most important thing. Because almost invariably in life, it's not the destination, right? It's the journey we took to get there that brings us the greatest wisdoms. All right. Thank you very, very much for being here. I hope you have a lovely week. I hope the readings were helpful. And I look forward to seeing you again next week. Bye bye for now.